thinking, I don't know what it's like in the US in the same way as the UK, but there's been this sort of exodus, almost mass exodus of veterinary professionals leaving at an alarming rate. You know, for the UK, there's a lot of senior experienced vets who are retiring or working longer than they sort of want to, and so they don't necessarily want to pass down and share that information as much. We've got this sort of corporatization of veterinary practices, so there's less opportunities for a vet to be directly involved in terms of the sort of classic becoming a partner model. And there's a lot of my generation and the newer generations of vets who are quite disillusioned with the career that they chose, probably from as young an age as 6, if they're anything like me. When I was still in university, I heard from a colleague that in the UK there was about 11% of all veterinary vacancies in the UK were being unfilled. And then there was a survey of the veterinary profession, which I think had 45% of all vets leaving the profession were people who had less than 4 years worth of experience. 21% had less than 1 year. Now I'm very close to that mark, and I don't want, I signed up to wanting to be a vet from as young as 20 years ago, and I don't want to sort of feel like this isn't the place for me within the next sort of 3 months, or hopefully within the next couple, hopefully many decades.
How can you encourage others to either sign up as a mentor or sign up as a mentee? How would you describe the experience in the program to others?
Go ahead, Tanis.
I'd say, what is there to lose? Would be the main sort of thing I'd say. The system and the application process when I enrolled onto the mentee program was very sort of, there were lots of scales and a very in-depth questionnaire in terms of what type of person you are, and trying to discover how you learn and things of that sort. And so I remember when I'd filled all of that out, there was like, you've matched with 3 potential mentors, and so there was a real opportunity to sort of look at and kind of, pardon the phrase, vet the mentors as well. And so I had, it felt like it was very personalised to me, and I could sort of go through each one and be like, what skills or what could I get out of the program from each of these potential mentors. And so that was that sort of personalised approach was something which really resonated with me. And I'd say that sort of, even if you don't, even if you decide that the mentorship program isn't for you, I'd say going through that application process and being able to discover more about yourself was a really invaluable aspect to it.
Fantastic. That's great. Thanks, Tanis. What about yourself, Megan?
So in terms of encouraging, more mentorship, I think the value of support, especially in emergency and critical care, is so high. Like, we deal with the worst of the worst. We deal with, stressful and crummy situations, and people in emergency and critical care need each other. And so my encouragement for people for doing the mentor and mentee type stuff is to be that support for each other. And it does go both ways. Like, yes, I'm a mentor and I've been out for longer, but that doesn't mean that Tanis hasn't been there for me either. Like, when I'm having a crap day at work and, bad cases happen or, things like that, having another person who gets it, and who's at least experienced that type of stuff too, you can be there for each other and support each other. And even if it's long distance and virtual, like, it's still important, to have that support and that network when you're in such a high stress and field as EC.